Hi everybody. This next question here is a classic mixture problem. You're going to see stuff like this all the time. So this one says that a lab technician needs to make 800 milliliters of a 61% sulfuric acid solution. He has available 1 liter bottle of 40% sulfuric acid solution and a 1 liter bottle of 75% sulfuric acid solution by volume. So how many milliliters of each are necessary to make the 61% sulfuric acid solution? Okay. So the trick to this is to really focus on the sulfuric acid, okay? So I'm going to build a little chart here for myself. That first one, the 40% one, I don't know how much of it I'm going to use. Okay, I'm going to use X of it. Okay, it's 40%, which means, so okay, what I've got here is I've got volume, I've got percent, and then I've got, in essence here, acid. So how much acid, sulfuric acid, am I actually getting out of that? Well, I'm going to get 0.4x. Over here, I've got a second container. It's 75% sulfuric acid. So this is how much acid I've got in there. Now, what I'm trying to make is 800 mils. Okay, I want this to be 0.61. And actually, in this case here, because I know exactly what I want at the end here, I can tell you that this is going to have 488 grams or whatever, parts of volume, whatever, of sulfuric acid. Okay, so my equations basically come from these rows here. So my first equations will be x plus y, volume plus volume is equal to 800. And then here, 0.4x plus 0.75y is equal to 488. So here are my two equations. Now, I could solve this a couple of different ways here. I mean, we really could. Actually, you know what? I was going to go through and get rid of the decimals here, make this a much larger number here. But you know what? You don't really need that. You've got a calculator here. You don't really need to do that. What I could do here, quite simply, is take that first equation, for example, multiply it by 0.4. Let's get rid of x. And I know a lot of you aren't going to like that, but it's okay. You can get comfortable with that. I'm going to multiply that first equation by 0.4 because you can multiply it by anything. And so I'm going to get 0.4x plus 0.4y is equal to 800 times 0.04. Oh, sorry, not 0.04, 0.4. I'll get 320. Now, below it, I'll write equation 2, which is 0.4x plus 0.75y is equal to 488. So now all we got to do is subtract those two equations here. So 0.4 minus 0.4 goes away. 0.4 minus 0.75 is going to be negative 0.3, whoops, I'll make that sure that looks right, 35y. And then 320 minus 488 is going to be negative 168. And now if I divide that by 0.35, oops, okay, I get that y is equal to negative, sorry, issues with the signs this morning, 488. So 488 mils, okay, of the 75% acid. Now, I'll just go back to one of the original equations. I'll go back to equation 1 to figure out what's missing here. So 800 minus 480 is going to be 320. So what that means is I need 320 mils of 40% solution and 480 mils of the 75% solution. And that's the answer we're looking for.